Hello, everybody. So today I'm so excited. Thank you as people join in here. I just want to say thanks. Today, what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you is our real estate specific KPI dashboard for all you real estate professionals around the globe or country. But really quick, if we don't know each other yet, my name is Jeremy Rupp. I'm with Spectrum, and what we do is we work with small business owners just like you, real estate agents, and what we do is we help you maximize your business and fall in love with your business all at the same time. So if you want to learn more about us, some of our clients, and our career building our business, feel free to click down and click around and do that up, or leave a comment. Hey, can I tell me more, or whatever. Let me know what you have kicking. So really quickly, before we dive into that, what I want to do is I want to say, please let me know if the audio is working, right? Because obviously this is going to get sort of weird if I'm just over here going and you can't hear me. Okay. So let me know that just by hitting, okay, it looks like it's working. Awesome. Thank you very much. So the next thing is really two things. I'm curious where you're at. So which part of the country are you in? And do you have a niche? What is your niche? Are you focused on one particular, are you really proud that like you have a niche, and what is that? If you want us to do a video on that, actually, I'm just going to do a video on that. I haven't done one recently, but the importance on niche. But nonetheless, and also, did I say the market? Which market are you in? I'm also very curious on that. So then please share with friends, family, anyone that you find this valuable, because at the end here, basically the point here is, I'm curious if you guys have one of these. Basically, nobody that we work with one-on-one has one, and they're pretty pumped up when we share it. So I thought I'd do a live, show it to you, and see if you guys want it. So basically, at any point here, if you want to say, dude, this thing looks awesome, send it to me. What we'll do is figure out a way to get this over to you and do that. But just let us know. So I'm going to move my head and show you what we have shaking here. I'm going to make it extra small this time, as opposed to in other videos I usually will make my big old melon a little bit bigger. But because there's a lot to see here, I want you to see it. Okay, so first off, what's a KPI dashboard, man? Like, what are you talking about? Right? So key performance indicator, right? So what are key performance indicators? So basically they're things that you can measure and hopefully improve upon because you've been able to measure it, right? So some examples of things you can't measure are everywhere, but some examples of things you can measure are in here, but you could also add your own, right? So maybe you wanted to add something about how many open houses you do versus how many clients you get from open houses. You could add that to this, right? That's something measurable, okay? And it's relatively simple to measure. You could add how many people you get to sign up on an open house on average, and all kinds of stuff, right? But this is sort of our boilerplate version of a KPI dashboard specifically for real estate. And I think I don't think it's awesome. I know it's awesome, and the people that we share this with, again, on a one-on-one basis when we work with them, they like it as well because it is intuitive and simple and da-da-da-da-da. So let's dive in. All right. So this side over here, you can see my mouse moving. This side over here, what this is doing is adding up what you're doing through the year. Okay, so what I did is just put in 1 month so far, just so you could see what's what. And basically anything in green, don't touch it, okay? Meaning bold green, that is an auto calc. It's auto calcing for you, okay? And then the non-bold black is what we're gonna fill in. So you could fill in your goals however you'd like, okay? So if your goal is 20,000 a month, right? Put it in there. If your goal from calls, and I busted this out because basically most people that we work with one-on-one do ads that drive calls and clicks. So I've broken these out, right? But you could add different ones as well. That's up to you. So again, put those in there. They're in black. If you're doing pay-per-click ads, Facebook ads, display ads, traditional, again, this is our boilerplate. You could add other things. So this is your monthly marketing investment, all right? This is a bucket, if you will, of measurables. Okay, so don't touch the green because that auto-calcs. As you can see, it auto-calcs those, okay? And then we have operating expenses as well every month, right? So we have to invest in ourselves from a function standpoint every month, don't we? So we have an office or a rent. We have some utilities or gas in your car. Okay, we call that a utility. And some folks, will have to pay internet and phone where they're at. There's other various things, and you can add whatever you'd like, right? But the idea here is you have an investment in your operating piece of your business. Some people have virtual assistants. Some people have a full-time assistant. Some people have all kinds of stuff, whatever, that can go in here. It's measurable. It's easy to find. You can plug it in, okay? Again, if it's in black, you plug it in. This is your goal column. I don't know if I said that, but you have a goal. You want to hit a financial goal, and you have an expenses. So if you can manage your expenses, you have a goal for that. If that makes sense. And then we have leads. So we've broken them down into the same buckets here on our boilerplate version of the ways that we're investing in ourselves from a marketing standpoint. So if we have leads from elsewhere, I guess we'd put a row in here. But for right now, we put those in here, okay? And then what we have is a total amount of calls driven, right? And a total amount of clicks driven, and then a click to transaction ratio, which is automatically calculated again, and a click to transaction ratio, which is again driven by how many transactions we get based on how many clicks we get from our traffic. Okay, and then down below here we have a monthly average cost per lead, and a lead for us, for you, will be, you can define it how you like. What we do here is it's a call or a click, right? So, and what they are, in this bucket. So as you can see, that's what we have in our goal column. Cool. So over here on the far, getting back over to the year to date, as you can see, is that January translates over into year to date because we've only put in January in this example. So if we just went through here quickly and did the next one, which I'm not going to do because it would just take too long, is just to illustrate what's going on here and why it is important. Because here's the deal, everyone, is that if you, I think is it Peter Drucker? Does that sound right? He's the guy who said, is the famous quote, what is measured can be improved. So let's say the opposite of that. Let's say you don't measure it, which is 99% of the people that we talk to. They're not measuring this stuff. And as you can see, it's pretty easy, okay? So if you got a transaction in a month and you know it came from a phone call, put it in there. It's not hard, right? And if you got it from a click, put it in there. It's not that hard. And if you're spending money on advertising, put it in there, right? It's not that tough. And if you have to pay for stuff every month, put it in there, okay? Then at the end of the day, if you make money from it, put it in there. So, and then it kicks out a bunch of interesting information. And basically what ends up happening is that we can find out what's working, what's not. Maybe what ends up happening is that this is common, the simple exercise of doing this makes you stop paying for stuff you didn't need. Interesting, huh? So I know that I've been guilty of paying for subscriptions and stuff that we didn't need. We maybe needed it at one point, sort of forgot, paid $29 a month for 6 months straight and didn't use it. That kind of scenario, right? That's one scenario. But another scenario is there could be a whole bunch of them, right? So then down here, the cost per lead, just so you know, what we have it set up for is to only do it from the marketing output standpoint. This doesn't calculate based on operating expenses. This is just on a marketing, solely on the marketing piece, okay? So how much you spend on PPC as an example versus how many leads you get from PPC, okay? Follow me? So who needs one of these? That is the question. So who has one? Is it awesome? Please tell me, please, right now. Okay. Yep. All right. And who wants one? So basically, here's what I'm saying, everybody, is if this would be valuable to you, please put your name down below and we'll figure out a way to get it to you. Essentially at the end of the day, what we found is that we asked ourselves, well, if this is helping, if the people that we work with, which for the most part are pretty sophisticated, don't have something like this, maybe that's something that could add a ton of value to the whole rest of the world. And there happens to be about 2 million real estate agents in the country. So let's see if someone could find it valuable. But nonetheless, leave something below. Let us know where you're at on that, and love to help you out. That's what we do. We take what we do very seriously, which is that we want to work with people that we love to work with. We want to have fun at work every single day. We want to crush it, but we also want to love our job, our thing, our passion. So it's not a job, but I use the word job to describe it because most people use the word job to describe it. But nonetheless, thank you so much. I'm going to put a link down below for you to click on a one-on-one consultation here in a second if you want to do that, because what we do is work one-on-one with people, and you can schedule a free consultation, and it's anywhere from 15 to 60 minutes. I'll let it go along if you're finding value out of it, but by no obligation to stay on that long. But feel free to schedule that down below. If you, as of right now, that's open, but in the future, if someone watches this in the future, we may have to yank it just because of workflow from time to time. We've done that in the past. But as of right now, it is an option. But yeah, thank you so much. If I think of another thing to put as a link down below here, because I can edit this description after it's not live anymore. That may change, and just if something's in there, we're putting it in there because hopefully we find it, we think that it would be valuable for you. And hope you enjoy your day, and thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.